What's going on, crypto miners, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're over at my crypto compound here, and we have a ton of work to do before we get our third shed delivered later today. Huge shout out to ASICplug.com for partnering with me on this shed project. If you guys are in the market for any ASIC miners, especially within the US, go over and check out ASICplug.com today. They have US stock, and use the discount code TheHobbyistMiner to save a few dollars at checkout. All right, so you heard that right. We have a third shed coming in later today. It's actually going to go right through here. It's a 16 by 12 shed, but we got a lot to do before it gets delivered later today. And I apologize, there's a little wind out here. It's crazy windy right now. So we got to find a home for a lot of this stuff here. We got these 4x6s. I got a list online to get rid of these 4-inch conduits to do as well. We got some scrap 2x4s, definitely going to bring them home. Always have a need for that. I do need to get this listed to try to sell this. This is 120 feet of 4 by, what is that? No, it's 350, 350, My brain's working today, I swear. Outside of that, the plywood we're holding on to, can always find a need for that. Mr. Electrician's always using that, putting in new panels. But outside of that, what do we have to do today outside before we do have our third shed delivered? Well, here's some other odd and ends we want to get done. These are actually ground anchors, and I want to go ahead and get them installed on not only the old shed, but also the new shed and on our black box over here that you guys see on the back ass side of the shed. That's the upstream data black box. More coming on that in the near future. Outside of that, stepping into our new shed, give you guys a little update and tour of what's going on in here. Hello, hello. So we have 3 ASICs up and running right now. We have an S21, AlphaPex DG1 Plus, AlphaPex DG1 Plus. This morning while we're waiting, look at this thing. Looks a little bit bigger, right? This is an S21 XP. Just got this in more recently. And you can see this is much larger. Well, it doesn't use an 8-inch fan. It uses a 10-inch fan to cool this, which is absolutely insane. Something I didn't even plan for. So on the back side, our exhaust, they're all built for 8-inch. So I had to go ahead and pick up this reducer. That'll take us from a 10-inch down to an 8-inch. And it's gonna give us some back pressure, but I think we'll be okay. I always like to tack up the exhaust flaps on any of the running units, so we'll be doing that. And it requires that 10-inch AC Infinity fan that we'll be installing here. So I was waiting on the reducer to come in, as well as the shroud system and the fan to get this installed. So we'll have 4 ASICs up and running before the end of the day. I also brought over my Kaspa. This is my Kaspa node, and we're going to be installing this in my other shed. So let's go ahead and jump over there. Man, recently the leaves have been absolutely insane. We actually had a major windstorm came through here last night and actually cleaned up a lot of the leaves, but I've been bringing over my blower to my leaf blower to clear this out, and you'll see when I open this up, because leaves keep getting sucked in. And look at this. Look at this. This is my concern. All these leaves are like a fire hazard. So I am going to be cleaning this whole shed up today. Needs to be vacuumed, cleaned. All these leaves I got to get rid of. Ah, it's so stressful. So stressful. So anyways, as you guys can see, we have a ton of Kaspa miners in this shed right now. We have more over here. We have more over here. And if you saw my Kaspa node video, I'm going to be taking these off of pool mining and put them on solo mining. We're about 155 terahash on solo mining that we're going to be putting over there, which I think is going to be great. But I do need to go ahead and install our Kaspa node. We're going to be running our own Kaspa node here. If you guys are curious, it's a node and it's a pool, and we're going to be installing it, replacing this unit here and putting it right up here. So that's going to be cool. We're going to see how well does solo mining Kaspa right now do against pool mining. In addition, that black box on the opposite side of this shed, we're going to be installing a dedicated 30 amp 240 volt for that today. It's going to get installed directly right below the panel, and we have to do some conduit out to the black box, and that's going to be for 2 ASICs out there. We have to run Ethernet, and we also are going to run a PDU. Outside of that, a lot to get done. Look at all these leaves I've already cleaned up in here. Oh my God. Lots to do, guys, before shed number 3 gets delivered here later today. I'll keep you guys up to date. See you soon. Guys, it has been a busy day over here at our ASIC mining property. Just getting a lot of odd and ends done that I've been really eager to do for a while. Let me show you a few things we got done today. All right, so this is probably one of the bigger ones. Look at the size of this. Okay, ready? 10 inch, 8 inch. These look so small now. So this is the setup for the Bitmain Antminer S21 XP. And oh my gosh, I had to run back and forth from home like 4 times. So many things I didn't realize I needed. I don't know what I was doing, but let me go through it. So we ended up having to build a shelf here. You can actually see underneath, we have our meter box there. That's for our fans over this way. But we had to extend it because not only is this significantly larger, but we had to do some things back here. So taking a look here, we have a 10-inch shroud. We had to go to a 10-inch to an 8-inch reducer, which I ordered in, but it didn't line up. I didn't even think about it, that like the height and the size would be different. I just wasn't expecting, I don't know, I wasn't thinking it through, to be honest with you. And so I did have to do a little bit of flex pipe back there going directly into our exhaust duct, but it all ended up working out. But I literally don't know how many more of these larger units. These units are so much bigger, that's why they require the 10-inch setup. So it just, man oh man, could I have gotten by with an 8-inch? Maybe. I'd have to go ahead and do like a generic shroud, but it all worked out. So our S21 XP is running. Look at this thing. I did order an intake shroud, like a cover. Look at that turbine there. Absolutely wild, honestly. But it all worked out. We're now up and hashing here, and this thing is hashing and coming in at 270 terahash on Bitcoin. Love to see it. You can see our watts at the wall, 3,547, and that's just for the ASIC. The fan is entirely separately over here. It runs about 100 watts over to our 20 amp setup here. But let's head outside because we've gotten a bunch of little on and end stuff done. I won't bother you with that. I know you guys are excited for the shed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the little shed install montage. Kudos to that guy, man, making that fit in there. But take a look, shed number 3. Now I swear, we're just using this for storage, all right? So let's take a look down here. This is my half of the shed. That is Mr. Electrician's half of the shed. So this is going to be purely for crypto mining hardware storage. Taking a look on the outside, it's a pretty big shed. As you guys can see, I think I call it like a Dutch style shed. It is 12 feet deep by 16 inches across. And look at this, this is pretty big. It's a pretty big shed, to be honest with you. So the nice thing is our heat from shed number 1 comes out. This area will stay warm, but it gives a nice wall and blockage, not allowing this heat to seep over to our other side here. Walking over on this side, we have a nice pathway here for our intakes. It'll keep that all separate here. Plenty of space here. We're not like We're not limiting the amount of airflow. This will work out really, really nicely here. And actually, well, this shed will do a nice job of kind of blocking this from some of the sideways rain or snow or anything like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this turns out. So let's walk in. This is Mr. Electrician's side first. And this is, you can hear the echo. This is pretty dang big, guys. Like, kind of didn't realize with going with the larger size, how tall it is. This is what he's going to be using for riding mower and storage for a lot of his home setup. And then we have this massive wall. And I wanted this because I wanted to keep his side entirely separated from my side. Not from a security perspective, but just like the dust and dirt and grass and everything from his riding mower stuff. So let's hop over to my side because I'm definitely gonna need some recommendations from you guys on what you guys think we should do. So I just had a single man door installed on this side. Stepping inside here, take a look. So I'm gonna stand over here a little bit, make sure that door stays open. But look at this, we have this whole wall here for storage. And then the nice thing is we have floor to ceiling, and this is a full 2x4 built wall, solid wall. So we can put racking on here. We can do floor to ceiling racking in here. This whole wall is available as well. This whole side, you can see it's pretty, I can hear the echo. It's pretty dang tall. So I'm excited. This will literally be for storage. That's my whole goal. We may end up running a little bit of electrical off of the panel over there to just come in here, and we might run like a little miner just to keep each side warm in this shed, but that's it. There's no, look, you can see over here, you can't access one side of the shed. You can't get around here. It's completely isolated off from the other side, but I'm excited. About to go to Mining Disrupt next week, but when I come back, my goal is going to be to build this out for storage. Would love to get some of your thoughts here. I really got to plan it out on how I want to effectively take advantage of floor to ceiling shelving. Do I do some metal racks in here up to like here? Do we then put like, my thought was then up top here, do I put like a massive shelf all the way across? Do I build my own shelving in here? That's another story. I kind of like the metal rack style, but building my own shelving will maximize the space. You know, I thought like, hey, do I put a shelf all the way around, you know, attached to the support over here? Do we then put a second one up there? And then maybe we do the metal racking through here. And then on this side, oh my gosh, what do we do on this side? That is, oh my word, so much to think about. Winter project, building this out with shelving and storage. And I got so much. I got power supplies. We have ASICs, you know, broken ASICs or ASICs that need repair or ASICs that we're shelving because they're not profitable. We got control boards to bring over here. We got cables. I got immersion fluid. I got GPU servers. I got GPU open racks. My God, there's just so much to bring over here. I bet you my wife cannot wait. All right, so I think that's gonna wrap things up here for today. Love to get your thoughts, guys. I am excited. Shed number 3 over here, gotta love it. But this is perfect. Having everything in one location, exactly what I've needed. Need to get it out of the house, get it over here where I'm using it the most, which I think will be great. So that's gonna wrap things up for today, guys. A little shorter of a video for you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Just a quick shed update. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Are you ready to invest in your next Bitcoin miner, but unsure where to start? Look no further than compassmining.io. Why choose Compass Mining? 3 reasons. Number 1, an effortless buying experience. Their state-of-the-art website and secure checkout process make purchasing your Bitcoin miner a breeze. Number 2, their expert guidance. Unsure which Bitcoin miner is right for you? Their friendly, knowledgeable team based in the US is here to help. Number 3, their hosting solutions. Need a place to host your new Bitcoin miners? Compass Mining has over 20 partner locations across the United States. I recently visited their Nebraska facility in December and now host several Bitmain Antminer S21s and S19K Pros at Compass. The experience was fantastic. Ready to learn more? Visit the link down below to set up a free one-on-one consultation with a Compass Mining team member, or watch the full Nebraska mining farm tour down below. Start your Bitcoin mining journey today with Compass Mining.